Everyone, namaskar. Those who have joined and making it, a group energy. So I will be sharing my PowerPoint that I will be sharing today as my journey. Okay. So what I plan to do today is just share what I have learned as part of my journey, as part of the whole discovery, and hopefully some of it you may find it applicable to you as well, and you will be able to pick something that you can take it from here and make use for your own benefit and sharing it with others. So yoga or kriyas, I came to that part, or my journey started with that a long time ago. I belongs to Jaipur, and that's where this naturopath center that I went to, and that was during my engineering days, so a long time ago. And I just wanted to learn, and I did all kinds of stuff there in terms of yoga and kriyas, complete 1 month. And that was really very beneficial. I could see for many years, never felt, like the seasonal flu or, what we say cough cold kind of thing never happened those 3-4 years. So I was really happy. But one thing that I missed there was pranayama. And the Guruji that was teaching that time, I remember him saying that pranayama can cure cancer. So I always had that in mind. So you can see that it took really a long time, more than 2 decades. The over 25 years that I finally went to learn that, no, I have to learn pranayama or meditation. And I went to Coimbatore, the Isha Center, and that was in 2018. And it's a beautiful place, like the whole atmosphere is such. So it's very appealing. And because it was just a day trip, I just went there, learned, and it was just a 1 hour thing, which anybody can go as a day trip and you learn. And I thought, okay, great. But then you realize that 1 hour thing is not enough. So then in 2019, I went again. And this time I took 1 week off from the vacation from Canada. And I just went there to do Sambhavi Mahamudra Kriya, or it's popularly known as inner engineering. It's a 1 week program. And at the same time, I wanted to, get back to my kriyas. So I kind of hired a naturopath doctor, like one-on-one, in the sense that I said, okay, I want to learn this, so that evening, one thing, morning, another. So I was doing, because it was just 1 week vacation for me, just for this purpose. And that was great, because I could get back to the yoga, the kriyas, and also the inner engineering, which is basically have pranayama and meditation both. That introduced me to that. And because I'm engineering by profession, engineer by profession, so maybe because of that engineering mindset, I don't know, but I think that's where the why thing is too much for me. And I wanted to analyze it. I wanted to prove it to myself that it really works. So I was like, okay, how do I know it works? They say your lung capacity will increase, your, this and that benefit, but how do I know? So I just started checking my blood pressure regularly, which was not a problem. And I could see in 3 months that, yes, without doing anything else, not that I was taking any medication or anything, but it came down from 130 to 110, 115, that range. So I was like, wow, yeah, it works. And that was the time I, recommended to my other family members, hey, do this thing, and got them introduced, many people. And 6 months after, so in February, I learned. By March, April, I had full faith. I could see results. And in September, then I was diagnosed with stage 3 cancer. And that was something which doesn't happen in a month or two. Biologically, by the medicine science, it takes like 7-8 years. And so it was good that I came back, because though I learned the yoga and kriyas 25 years ago, but then there was a big gap when I didn't do. I did it for 3-4 years, I left it. And only after 2018, I got back to it. So that was the best part, that I got into it at least 6 months before it was diagnosed. So rather than giving up, in fact, I went now to US, because Tennessee, there is another center. And so November, I started doing pyramid meditation. I came across that, and my sister, she sent me the pyramid. So I started doing that. And then in January, in fact, that was after my radiation, before surgery, I went for advanced meditation, which is Shunya. And all these things, it was very clear that how they work, which slowly and slowly, which I'll come down to, that how it really works with the energy part. And the advantage of that, I could see throughout my course of the treatment, that right after radiation, which was just December or January time before my surgery, those were the time, just 2-3 months, when I was getting introduced to the topics like affirmation, forgiveness, or I hear about this or that, a lot of different subjects. And that is where my challenge also came, because people say, okay, do affirmation, or, do this or do that, but how to do was not easily explainable, not literature wise or information wise. There's a lot of things to do, but how to do is always a challenge. So that's where my journey started, and I kept doing and I kept learning, and I could see a lot of things that I got, like the whole treatment, I had no side effect. In fact, after radiation, when they said they will reduce the size of the tumor, my tumor was completely gone, because that was my affirmation. It was totally flat. So a lot of, trust or belief you develop. Now, how did that happen? Part of it, during this whole year, I was researching. So it's very important that your brain believes in something, that whatever you want to do it. In this case, if it is spirituality or meditation or whatever, in your case, your aim could be. But the most important thing is you should have trust and faith. Don't do just because someone tells you to do. So in my case, I started researching. I came to know about different authors, and I don't get stuck with one author, one master, or one belief system. I listen to everyone and then I pick. And that's the reason I listen to all kinds of masters, whether it's Sadhguru, whether it is PSSM, 3G, or whether it is Westerns, which is Joe Dispenza, Bruce Lipton, Greg Braden, or there are different top researchers like Dr. Williams from Harvard, or Dr. Gundry, California again. And these are great, world-class, you can say they're specialists in their field, but the question is, how do you know which one to follow? And it was a classic example that I came across, that one person is saying, do this, and the other person says, don't do that. And I'm like, okay, that's wonderful. Two masters, one says left, other says right. So then what you see here is PubMed, which is PUBMED. This is a great website where all the technical research papers are there, and it's free. It's a US library. So you just go there, type whatever you are trying to search, the topic, and you can get the technical papers published on that topic. So whole day, 10 to 12 hours, whole year, I was researching, and I was trying to conclude on my own what is right, what is not for me. Because again, sometimes truth is in the middle, but you have to see there's a lot of research. You have to be very careful, because sometimes, you never know who's paying for the research. That can influence the result. So you have to really go through many factors and say, okay, this is what I believe in, I can accept or not accept. Similar time, like at the same time, I was going through not just allopathy, but also Ayurveda, or you can say spirituality wise. And one thing was very clear, that it is not now, but this is thousands of years of wisdom, not just in India, but also if you go to Chinese, there's a traditional Chinese medicine, then you go to Egypt, and there is again lots of wisdom. And it's not just a couple of years or hundreds of years, you're talking thousands of years. So one thing to me became very clear, that everything is energy. When we talk of our body, yes, there are 7 layers. It makes sense. Physical body is where you have the problem. Energy body is where the whole thing is taking place. Now, how does that work? The linkage. So even if you go to our Indian literature, it starts from asana, yoga. Then comes the pranayama. Then comes meditation. And then comes spiritual discourse. That means it has higher level than meditation, and then the liberation, which is the highest, which people are trying. Yes, depending on what you're trying. In my case, within the family life, what is it that we need? And that's the whole thing. Mukti doesn't mean you go to the Himalayas or detachment. No, the idea is how you can be happy and healthy. And all that wisdom in a nutshell, and based on my experience, my belief, then I came up with this, that what I call the house of meditation. The question is, how can we increase the power of meditation? How can you improve your end results? Whether you are doing 1 hour in a day, whether you are doing, 2, 4 hours, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, doesn't matter. Whatever time you do, how can you get the most out of it? That is the question. And I could see by experimenting different ways, which we'll talk after this, that if you want a great meditative experience, you cannot just jump into meditation. Yes, it's easy to say just focus on one thing and that's it. Absolutely fine, nothing wrong. But if you're trying to improve, then first comes yoga, or what I just call it stretching. It's easier to understand when we say stretching, because yoga is a very big umbrella. Now, we are not talking about Sirsasana or advanced level of yoga. We are talking about just stretching. So before you do anything else, we should do stretching. Now the question is, why? Why can't I just go directly in meditation? And again, you can go, nothing wrong, but if you want better results, you just woke up in the morning, you are doing, which is a great thing because early morning is a very good time. But then there is a situation. Your body has just come out of rest. In meditation, you inhale, you take lots of cosmic energy. Now it's kind of a highway, which is rush hour, a lot of traffic, going very slowly, versus non-rush hour, when you can really go at the high speed. So when you wake up, your joints are not lubricated, they are not active. And when you do meditation, energy comes, but energy finds resistance because you just woke up. So there is one benefit, but then there is one thing which you can overcome easily by doing stretching, or simple yoga. We also call up yoga. When you do, the stretching and all, your joints becomes free, they get lubricated. And all you need is just 5 minutes overall. Start from the neck, go all the way to your ankle. So head to toe. Now, within 5 minutes, your body is lubricated, the joints, your body is energized and ready to take this cosmic energy, and it can go full speed. There is another scientific reason. The energy, the way the energy flow, everything is energy. That part is 100% clear. Whether you call soul, you say whatever, it's all energy. One way of communication or transmission is mechanical. So say blood in our body, it's a mechanical way. It is taking a lot of energy because, a lot of proteins, a lot of hormones and all are injected in the blood. Blood takes from one part to the other. It's a mechanical way. It's a slow way. Faster than mechanical is electrical. So, you got neurons, brain cells, and they are transmitting the messages. So it's like, speed of like electricity kind of thing, is sending the messages and all. It's faster than mechanical. But then there is even faster than electrical, what we call, you have all kind of electromagnetism. You may have heard that, yeah, there is an electromagnetic field, which is much faster and all that. So body has that thing, and the systems and all different bodies working on it. Part of that, which becomes really the fastest way, which is like a superconductor. That's how your message goes the fastest way through your, all the way brain, different parts of the body, whether you're talking about the muscle, the cells, the tissues. And this is a superconductive layer. So your skin is there to protect you and all, but also is part of this superconductive thing. So when you're doing stretching, you're making this whole mechanism, this superconductor becoming active, because now you're not just, you could woke up a kind of thing. So your body is ready within 5 minutes. So just investment of 5 minutes gives you a tremendous benefit. Now you get into the pranayama. Just for another 5 minutes, do your breathing. Question is why? Why can't I jump straight to meditation? You can. If you want better results, what do you want in meditation? That you should be able to go down to your subconscious mind. That means you want to slow down your brainwaves. What pranayama does, it slows down your pulse and it slows down your brainwave much easily, so that you can get into meditation quickly. Very simple. Don't get into, Kapalabhati, those kind of advanced pranayama. What we are talking, like Anulom Vilom, that also without any pause, simple one. Very powerful, very simple. 5 minutes. Alternate nostril, Anulom Vilom, there are different names to it. So the moment we do that, it balances. The energy in Ida and Pingala, you have nadis, 36,000 on the left, 36,000 on the right. Within 5 minutes of, you gain benefit, that energy is balanced, your body is ready, brain waves slowing down, pulse slow down. Now when you get into meditation, it's really high speed. So if you follow these 3 steps, stretching, breathing, meditation, tremendously you're gonna gain the benefit. Now comes the affirmation. You have wish. How does your brain know what's your wish? Because you can say, I can go 1, 2, 3, but is there another way of making it even better? Yes, there is. So what do you do with that? There are 4 pillars if you want to go even, higher level than that. Certainly you do your stretching, you do your breathing. Believe in affirmation. And to make affirmation even better, add visualization. That means you're adding symbol to your affirmation. The moment you do affirmation attached with visualization, you get one extra benefit, what is called placebo effect. Your brain cannot differentiate what is imagination and what is real. And it gives you what you want, and it comes in such a way, sometimes you cannot even imagine. And I'll give you some of my examples. And as I was telling you about this affirmation and visualization, the complete tumor for me was gone just by radiation. They thought, okay, we will reduce, then we'll do surgery, we'll do this, we'll do that. But just by radiation, it was totally flat. It's gone. So your power of affirmation is tremendous. And when you do meditation with affirmation, you are enhancing the power, means increasing the power. That means what I do, and I highly recommend, after breathing, less than a minute, imagine. So you have to remember 3 P's for affirmation. It has to be positive, no negative sentence. It has to be in the present tense. You cannot say I will or no, I am. Whatever it is, that means you are imagining, you already have it. You already got it. And then most important, positive emotion, or what we call elevated emotion. Attach it. Any affirmation, you attach an emotion, and you have to feel that emotion when you're doing it, when you're feeling it. Feel what you would do when it has come true. That feeling should come. And that is when your body starts releasing the hormones, because now you're happy, you're excited, you're joyous. And to make all this faster, you just do a visualization, means add a symbol, so that you don't need to read or remember the whole sentence. One symbol attached to it, the moment you think of that symbol, you know what it is. And then no more emotion, no more thought, just go for meditation. So stretching, breathing, affirmation, visualization combined, and straight to meditation. When in meditation, you don't think anything, you don't feel anything, you don't want to have anything, just stay with your breath. That's all. However, for the rest of the day, how do you not lose the gain from meditation? You gain a lot of energy, a lot of benefits from meditation. That was 1 hour. What about the remaining 23 hours? There's no point you gain plus 10, but immediately after 1 hour, you start driving and you are yelling at the traffic or others or office and this and that, then what's the point? So you need the other 2 pillars, the forgiveness and gratitude. We'll talk about it, but forgiveness is extremely, extremely important. This is where most of us fail. Because of human life, we end up in different situations. You have to forgive yourself, you have to forgive others. And you cannot forgive just by saying, okay, I forgive you. There is a whole process to it. And this was another challenge for me. People say, do forgiveness. Okay, do. I heard, I understood, but how? So actually there is a process of forgiveness. You cannot just say, okay, I forgive you, and you have a fear inside. That's why you are saying it won't work. And then gratitude. Don't think everything is against you, the whole universe, the law, everything. No, there are a lot of good things happening. You have to be thankful. And all of a sudden you will realize that there are a lot of good things happening. We were just not feeling it. We were not just acknowledging it. We were not accepting it. So when you have these 4 pillars, not only your meditation will go much stronger, it will stay throughout your day, because that is what your intention is. Now comes the belief, the fact that I was checking. So I'll show you how I develop, because without this, you will not gain to what you can gain, your full potential. So initially, as I said, I did my neuroengineering. It used to be, my blood pressure used to be 30, 35, and boom, within 3 months, I could see it has come down to 110, 113, 115 without anything. And I'm like, wow. I saw my cholesterol level also, dropping, and I said, okay, this thing works. Now, they said your, different benefits, which was not easy to measure, like, the lung capacity and things like those. And it helped me during my whole treatment side, because, after surgery, all of a sudden my blood pressure went from 40, 50 range, which it has never gone. And I'm like, I don't accept this. So 5:30 in the morning, I remember it was, and because I've obviously during that time, no meditation, no nothing. So without moving from my bed in the hospital room, I just sat for 1 hour meditation. Checked again, straight drop, 147, straight down to 124. And it never went, because I thought, okay, by evening it will go up again. But then it stayed. So once you know meditation, even if you have stopped for a certain time because of whatever reason, don't worry. Your body, once it has known the balancing act, come back to it and you will get it straight away. Now, lung capacity, it's a common understanding that average person is using less than 50%, 40% and all. Athletes uses up to 70%. So imagine if you can increase your lung capacity, you gain a lot of benefits. And with inner engineering, I know I was told, so it's so difficult. You don't have an easy measure, but because I was going through my CT scans and all, and after, I saw the result that lung capacity is increased, and I'm like, okay, wow, that proves. So that was another thing that really proved that these things really work. And we know that lung capacity nowadays, of course, because of COVID, everybody's talking that, hey, you need lung capacity and all that. But the point is, your normal day-to-day, you need. And I'll tell you this formation, another one, not just that, but this whole thing, as I said, this thing doesn't develop in a month or two, it takes 8 years. But I had a very firm belief that I wanted to visit certain places, before my daughter goes to university. And I said, okay, these are the places. And I wanted to always fascinated with the universe. I wanted to see with the real telescope. So the telescope you see here is the telescope which they used to discover Pluto. So there's a place in US, Flagstaff, you go there, there's a lot of telescopes, and you can see really not just images or all real one, whether it's Grand Canyon, whether it's a part of America, US and Canada. And it went for so long that after all the 6 places were completed, when I completed the last one, the very next month, my medical condition was diagnosed. So a lot of things, not just as I mentioned about the radiation and all, even before that and after that, affirmation things, so many have come that it's so amazing that how it works. All you have to do is ask. That's how the universe does. No restriction. Now, as part of the research, a lot of good stuff came that this is a book from actually it's from Sadhguru, and it's talking about the benefit of neem and haldi. We just talk about a lot of Western or other things, but neem, which is so much Indian, and it is one of the really a wonder tree, a wonder, the leaf, which has all kind of chemical that no other plant has so many as neem has. And what it does, it increases your immune system. It purifies your blood, keeps your colon clean, free for infection. And another thing it does is, every one of us have cancer cell in our body. Everyone, even animal cell. The problem is when they group together. So neem, it has those property that it doesn't let them group together. So I started this, the simple thing that you take empty stomach in the morning, neem, haldi with a little bit of honey. And I saw the benefit within a week and a half, because when you're given chemo, the only thing, or most important thing, is neutrophil, and neutrophil level comes down as they give because it kills. There's no medicine to improve your neutrophil level, and if it goes below a level, they have to stop the treatment. And I could see the level coming down, and I knew that after next cycle they will have to stop because it will go below 1. And that was the time I came to know about this book, and I read about neem, haldi and honey, and I started taking where the green line is. And the moment I started taking, within a week and a half, rather than it continue coming down, it started going up. But in allopathy, there is no medicine which can increase neutrophil. And this is one of your main the representation of, you can say, the immune system. You have platelet, white blood cell, but neutrophil, which is in your bone. And such a simple thing. You just take a little bit of neem, little bit of haldi, honey with lukewarm water, empty stomach. So in the morning, I take this first, and then obviously I'm doing my yoga and meditation and everything, which for 1 hour. So easy. Take this, do your thing, and after that you can have whatever. Now, this is not just if you have any medical condition. So of course, now the whole family has started, because who doesn't need a good immune system? So natural. Then I came across this company called BioWell, and they have this device, which you can see on the bottom, the white box. And what it does is you can capture the human energy field, because there were a lot of concepts, but how do you prove? As I mentioned, this was the time I came across with pyramid meditation. I started doing it, but I always had it in mind. How do I know it is increasing the energy or is giving me benefit or not? This is one instrument. Not only it gives you the complete energy, your chakras, your meridians, it gives you the complete energy picture, because if you can know your energy body, you can fix the problem before it comes to your physical body. So I purchased this. There was a lot of, buying is okay, but how do you interpret the results? So there was a lot of training. I had to go through the basic, advanced, and expert. So what it does is the sensor that you see here, Sputnik, it gives you the reading for the space. And the white box with the different attachment, you scan all the fingers and it will give you the entire spectrum that, okay, where you stand. And with this, I could see that yes, percentage, let's forget, but yes, there was an increase inside the pyramid. So I could have faith that yes, when I'm doing meditation inside the pyramid, I'll get benefit. I started drinking water, which I keep the whole day under the pyramid. When I'm not meditating, I leave it there. And that's the water I'm drinking. And I could see the energy, and energy went up right after 2 days as soon as I started drinking that water. As I said, this one gives you the whole energy, it gives you the chakra. So when I started doing, when I got this instrument, because I was doing meditation before, it was around 65, 70% aligned, all the chakras. And once you get it, you start working on it. Like example here, you can see, like, it's difficult to read, but there's this thyroid and the jaw teeth. Here, the energy used to be always high. So I started working, and now this issue is gone. The energy which is in yellow, that means the high zone, has come down to the green zone. So this way, experimenting, okay, where the energy is not balanced, and you balance before it becomes a problem. And one of the person I was helping very recently used this to get rid of the depression, severe depression. And one way you can do this is, because same instrument you can use with filter or without filter. And the beauty of this is you can check whether it is physical, emotional, psychosomatic, like depends where the issue is coming from. So when you do with filter, you can separate the emotion from the body. So you can see that, okay, what is your reading without filter and with filter. If with filter, it is very uniform, that means everything is coming from emotional. If not, that means it is physical. So you can even differentiate that, yes, it may be showing a lot of energy, say hypothalamus, but is it the physical thing, the body thing, or is it just thoughts? So this way we can experiment, we can do this. You can even check with this, if some supplement you want to take, whether it will heal you or not, whether it is good for you or not. You just hold it in one hand, do the scan, then switch to the other hand, check the other hand, and with or without, if you can see the difference in energy, that will tell you, is it helping you, or this supplement will go against you, means negative energy. So these kind of things are there which you can use, because again, doesn't matter you have some physical issue or not, but if you do have, then first thing comes is you have to find the reason of illness. Sometimes people think, oh, it's environmental, or in my case, I was traveling every week, flying here, flying there, whole Monday to Friday schedule. So first thing people say, oh, a lot of travel or eating outside, that's why, you have this issue, but actually it's not. We talk about the forgiveness, self and others, a huge factor. Each one of us goes through this on a daily basis. We don't realize the impact of this. So easy to tackle, but first is awareness. Are we even aware of it? Because you don't know what you don't know. And that was at least my case. So why these things, so easily get into us? Because it's human emotions. Kama, Krodha, Moh, Maya, we have heard about it a lot. But fear, guilt, this comes so easily in our day-to-day life. And then we don't forgive. This person said this to me 10 years ago, I'm still upset about it. Well, you are hurting yourself. You're unnecessarily going through the pain. And that is one of the reasons, when you will see that, okay, why we suffer? Oh, we suffer because of our own problem. What is that? People are in denial mode. They don't want to see others' perspective. Everybody wants to change the world, but not himself or herself. You want to change others. This is the problem of I, not the I, the ego. We lack gratitude of what we have. Whole day, we are focused on one thing that I don't have, and you don't even feel good about 10 things that you have. only stuck with one you don't have. And this proportion is what is causing a lot of issues in our life. So of course, I had to start with me, and that was the thing. Again, identify your problem. It was not easy because, again, lack of clarity, no simple text, how to find, what to do. Once it was, and that's where my experiment kept on going, that how can we make it more simple to explain to someone that, okay, this is how you identify what the issues could be. So once did that, then obviously you are against yourself. It's easy to advise someone, but then you have to work on yourself. You have to change your thought process, your own habits. But once I learned that, it was easy. How and what are the small things that really makes or breaks? One small thing is we don't celebrate. If you are trying to change your habit, we think only when we will gain 100%, we will celebrate. That's too long. Sometimes people give up. Your brain doesn't register success. You have to give constant feedback to your brain. If you improve 10%, tell your brain, yes, great, you're on the right track. Pat your back. That's how your brain gets the signal. Because when you're trying to change any habit, you're trying to change your body, which is tuned to certain chemicals. If you're always under stress, your body is producing lots of cortisol, adrenaline, those kind of hormones. With those hormones or chemicals, we call it, the body is used to it. Now you're trying to change your behavior. You want to be happy. So your body will produce dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and all of a sudden body says, wait a minute, this is different. I'm not used to this. So the body get addicted. Addiction is not just alcohol, cigarette, drugs, or salt or sugar. No, even body is addicted to those chemicals. So body doesn't let you change. Even if those are good chemicals, it won't let you change. And that is why you have to tell your brain by celebrating small victories. Don't wait for the last one. One thing which was a very big for me, what I learned is the impact of Panchabhutas. We are all made of 5 elements. Our lifestyle has taken us away from it. We are away from air, water, sun, space, which is Akash, and earth. It's called grounding. We are always wearing shoes. We have stopped running on the grass barefoot. Sometimes we used to do gardening with our bare hand and barefoot kind of thing. So at least you are in touch with nature. Now you're wearing gloves, always wearing shoes. We are out of touch with nature. Huge impact. Just walk on the grass barefoot early morning, which I started doing it, and a lot of stuff went away. Small things is just unbelievable, the benefit you can get on just by walking early morning barefoot on the grass. I'll just quickly cap the 6 stages of illness, because this is where the whole Ayurveda, BioWell, all research came down to this, but I'll go in the reverse order. Any illness, doesn't matter what. The last stage, that's why it's called 6th level, but I'm going in reverse order. So don't go by the serial number. This is in the reverse order. 6th level is that you have some problem already in your physical body. You have acute illness. If it goes for a long, it can become chronic. That's a different story, but you have the illness. This is the last, the 6th. So what is the step before that? The body is showing you symptoms. Body will tell you. We don't listen to our body. We are so busy. We are eating but watching TV. We are driving and drinking coffee. Your focus is somewhere else. We don't listen to the body. Why body has symptoms? It has symptoms because something is wrong. What is wrong? There are toxins in the body. They are accumulating. Natural process is you will have toxins, but the body keeps removing every day. But when the intake is more and the outlet is less, now you are accumulating all kind of toxins. It could be chemical, emotional, physical, environmental, all kinds of things. Why you are getting toxins? From 4th, let's go to the 3rd level. Because your energies are not balanced. your metabolic activities inside. Why? Your lifestyle. Our lifestyle has become, we are sitting whole day, watching TV, electronics, Wi-Fi, blue screens, you name it. The moment we get up, your phone is in your hand. So very critical, your lifestyle. And what is causing that lifestyle? The biggest factor is the mindset, means your thoughts. So the first level, the root cause for anything is your thought or mindset. The second thing comes lifestyle. So if you want to fix anything, it doesn't matter, it's blood pressure, arthritis, diabetic, you can fix lifestyle, thoughts. And of course, part of lifestyle, big thing is diet. What you're eating, what frequency you're eating, what quantity you are eating, how you are eating, and of course your thoughts, meditation, pranayama, all this is working directly on thoughts. So dear friends, do not think anything is not curable. Look at the other way around. If you fix your thoughts, if you fix your lifestyle, physical activities, what you are eating and all those things, you can avoid going to the doctor, going to the hospital. That's the reason I work a lot with youth. Early stage, if you fix this, you will be happy because the direction is bottom up. So easy in youth, right after 7 years, if you start doing this, understand this. So I wish they start teaching this in school, which is much more useful than anything else. Another nature therapy, which I did, the first one I will say, please be careful, read, understand, don't just follow it, which is sun gazing. Because obviously you need a lot of energy, at least I needed at that time. How do you do that? Meditation, of course, but again, there is, other ways to add extra and extra. Yes, sun gazing, that means when the sun is rising. It could be also at the sundown or dusk, that's the two things, dawn or dusk. So I used to do it in the morning. So you're talking about the dawn time when the sun is coming up, but it has to be less than 30 degrees. Be careful. Don't look at the sun when it is more than 30 degrees. You can burn your eyes. And then there is a way you step by step increase, and then you gain a lot of energy, just like you are trying to gain in meditation or otherwise. Tree hugging. And this is me this was in winter time, and of course there was time even full of snow, and still I will go and hug the tree, because again, even in winter when there are no leaves, but the tree should be healthy, that's all it matters. And you just hug, show your gratitude, show your emotions, and you can get a lot of energies. It's a beautiful natural way of being in nature and getting this. Sound therapy, again, I talked about my thyroid thing, it went away. One of that was sound therapy, means classical music. Start singing. If you don't, it doesn't matter how good or bad, don't worry what other things. It's all scientific. Sanskrit has 54 sounds, feminine 54 and masculine, total 108. And the magic number 108, where it is coming from. You have chakras inside the body, 108. The frequency active, they activate your chakras. So I'm not saying singing just anything. If you can sing classical Indian music, song or anything, beautiful. It will activate all the 108 chakras. It is one of the simplest, beautiful therapy, just to stay healthy. Water, I told you about water that I put in the pyramid. And again, you can see the human energy field before and after. Instant impact. Dr. Emoto, he was the first one to see from different parts of the world. And then he checked under the microscope the crystal, and he could show, like example, the very bottom in the middle. This is from a place, this is in Japan. They took the water from the dam, and again, no crystal because water was not pure. But just after offering prayer, you can see on the right bottom, beautiful crystal. Distilled water, no crystal. We think distilled water is the best, no crystal. So a lot of these experiments have been done and shown that how it really gives you. Now, if someone says, I cannot even do that, okay, can you take cold shower? I mean, if you can do nothing, no meditation, no nothing is too much, just choose cold shower. This is recently I have switched to. And cold shower doesn't mean absolute cold, room temperature. And all you do if you want, even in peak winter, start with the warm water, come down to the middle, and then go to the room temperature, means keep reducing the warmness of the water. It improves your immune system. Your metabolism will improve, your antioxidants in the body will improve, and your biggest problem, because all diseases generally come because of inflammation. So inflammation will be reduced, your body pain, muscle pain, joints, everywhere you'll get improvement. So you're not doing anything extra, just as your day-to-day activity, include these things. You're going for a walk, hug a tree. Without going into detail of soul plan, this is another topic that if you're not aware, you want to know more, this is really remarkable. It will really bring you, to a place where you will understand how things happen. You will understand that whatever is happening in your life, it's been pre-planned before coming in this incarnation. You will understand what really the karmas are, because there are different ways people explain, different definitions. We have lots of false belief. Yes, we learn through suffering, but that suffering can be reduced. There is a concept of free will, challenges, the contrast, all these concepts, once you understand, a lot of negativity within the family members, with colleagues, with neighbors will go away. You will understand how and why things happen. So it's a beautiful topic to know about, and it will change your thought process. It will make it so easy for you to forgive someone. It will so easy for you to be filled up with gratitude. And of course, with your affirmation and visualization, power of meditation, you can really become anyone. You can achieve anything, you can become anyone, you can be happy and healthy, absolutely in your hand. Yes, time may take. Everybody may take different time. There's no single rule that in so many days a week, this can be achieved. Depends on you. But can be achieved? Yes, that part is sure. At least from my experience, I can share. So masters, this is my journey, my, you can say, experiments, or what I've learned. What we will do now, we can get into a quick meditation, and then we can have some question and answers. So Ashokji, what do you suggest? 10 to 12 minutes?
Yeah, please go through 18 minutes, and then we'll have more time for the question and answers. Just a quick 18 minutes meditation, and then we'll go.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So dear masters, let's close our eyes. Relax your body. Before we start, let's do 3 deep breathing. At your comfort level, slow exhale and very slow inhale. And then again exhale and inhale very slowly at your own comfort level 3 times. Now, please keep your eyes closed throughout the meditation. Please maintain a gentle smile on your face. Just by maintaining a gentle smile on your face, we relax our vagus nerve, which is the longest nerve. And by relaxing the vagus nerve, we reduce stress in our body. Such a simple way to reduce stress. Now that you have slowed down your brain waves, let's relax the body. So relax your neck, relax your shoulders, keep your back straight, but without any stress. Relax your hands, your legs, and keep them in cross position. This way you ensure the energy loop is complete. And another biggest benefit is that during meditation, the cosmic energy enters your body from your head and slowly it travels through your body to your feet and not in the opposite direction. Now, if you have any affirmation, feel it. Feel the feeling how you would feel when your affirmation has come true. So next 30 seconds, feel the feeling, the emotions, the joy, the excitement, how you would feel when it has come true. Now, please start observing your breath. Feel it as you inhale from the tip of your nostril all the way in. And all the way as you exhale back to the tip of your nostril. Masters, it is natural to have some thoughts during meditation. Don't worry. Don't feel bad. Don't fight with them. Just ignore them and come back to your breath. When you ignore your thoughts, they will just fly away. If you still get stuck with them, no worries. Just leave them and come back to your breath. For the next 10 minutes, let's stay with our breath. Let's get connected to our soul, our energy body, who we really are. And let's try to look inward, inside, rather than outside our body. So keep observing your breath. Keep maintaining your normal, natural, soft breath. Dear masters, let's rub our palm together. Place the fingers on your eyes for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Slowly, very slowly, please open your eyes and come back to your normal self. Take your time and come back to your normal self. If anyone has any question, please feel free to ask.
Yeah, masters, please use your this time and to ask any of your questions that you have to clarify with the Gaurav sir. Please raise your hand and we'll go by whoever is going to be in the order. So, okay. Yeah, Anup sir.
Good morning.
Yes.
Thanks, Gaurav Paliwal, for your presentation and sharing very important points you have raised. So I would like to get a copy of this presentation if you can share it. And
Yeah,
can I?
Yeah, Anup sir, to answer your question, we are actually posting the recording in the YouTube channel, and you can subscribe there and you can watch, and you can have all the information from there as well. But I'll try to post as well. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. Yeah, thanks a lot. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir. And Manisha Gupta. Can you unmute, sir? Manisha Gupta. Manisha.
Yes, namaskar, sir.
Yeah,
Sir,
please. Yeah, please, ma'am, go. Yeah, please go.
Thank you so much for your lovely presentation, sir. I have taken 37 chemotherapies from the 2018. I am taking a treatment. From the last 7 months, I am not taking any medicine. I have one question, please. On the time of formation, what should I say? Because presently I am suffering from digestive system. My digestive system is very weak. It is not supporting. So I am doing so many things for curing it. So my affirmation is I am healthy or my digestive system is good. A whole affirmation should I take or particular for the part I should take any affirmation? Please guide.
See, when we talk of affirmation, just a couple of things please keep in mind. One is you are trying to see something that is positive. So when you say your digestive system is healthy, that is okay. And when you're visualizing it, you visualize something that you can only do when digestive system is normal. So you don't want to keep thinking that there is a problem. You want to visualize how it will be when you're out of it. That means something that you can only do when this is good. For example, if you have a knee pain and you think of you are going hiking, trekking, you can only go when there is no knee pain. So similarly, in your case, when the digestive system is okay, what is it that you would like to do? And that is something that you should visualize.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, now Vindya ma'am, you can unmute yourself and please go ahead.
First of all, thank you, Gaurav sir. A lot of information you shared and beautifully presented. I loved all your slides. Like I mentioned in the chat too, the House of Meditation was a beautiful concept. So thank you for that organization of it. And illness also, you explained how from bottom up. But you were talking about measuring energy using BioWare. I'm not. This is the first time I'm hearing that. It was hard to see all the graphs that you showed. It was, but I was trying to see one thing caught my attention. You were talking about your thyroid energy being high there. So we don't want it to be high. Is that what you want it to be in the green level? You said so. Is it because it was trying? Is it hypothyroid? I didn't understand. Can you explain a little bit more?
Yeah. So what happens when we are looking into that? Any condition could be hyper or hypo. That means The normal range when we are checking through BioWell is 4 to 6, and it's in joules in energy unit. So anything less than 4, you are in a hypo, means less, and more than 6 is hyper, means you have too much. So that's what I meant by too high energy in thyroid. For example, if someone is an athlete and you are working, practicing for some event and all, yes, you may have high energy. There's a reason for it. But for a normal person, you are just, you should be between 4 to 6 range, not more. So if constantly one particular organ is at high energy, like that was my case, so I could see that, all others are, they will vary 5% plus minus, but thyroid was always high. And my chakras, again, from the BioWell, I could see it's always the biggest compared to the other 6. So I knew there is too much energy there. And if the way the energy flow, then you know that it is blocked in a way. So then you work on that, like singing one I mentioned, that was one thing. And then you focus, and then you know where to focus. Otherwise, if you don't know, then you can do meditation in general. It will go to the whole body. But if I know in one particular part, I have to focus one thing at a time, then you can treat your energy body that way so that it does not become a physical issue. Otherwise, it will come as an acute disease. So you try to fix before even it comes as a disease.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I was just thinking, because we don't have those instruments we could get, but while meditating, we can feel the energies in our body, right, as we are sensing. So if we do feel maybe high energy, I used to think high energy is good because it's working on that organ and it's fixing. So maybe that also gives us an intuition that there's some issue with that, and we can go ahead and do what you mentioned, right? Take care of it.
See, this high only consider when we are talking of BioWell. When you're talking of meditation, there is no high-low, energy is good. Just because it is the way it is represented in the scale. That's why the high and low as a term we are talking. But
Okay.
when we are meditation and all, energy, once you feel energy is going, is excellent. And if you are interested, generally in many different major cities, there are people who have, and you can go and get your scan done by them. Like there are some either doctors or otherwise naturopath people. So if you go on the website bio-well.com, you can see if there is someone in your city. I can put it in the chat. Like most of the major cities, generally you may find someone in case if you are interested. So on the website, you can find who's there in whichever country and city you're interested in. This could be.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate all your sharing.
Very well.
Yeah, Ramakrishna sir, can you unmute yourself, please? Thank you, Vinay ma'am.
Sure. Namaste. Sir, I'm interested in knowing more about the word, the sun gazing. You have used the word sun gazing, and then do not look at the sun up, when sun is above 30 degrees. I have one particular eye condition. I am working with to get rid of that condition. So can you please explain a little more about the sun gazing?
See, sun gazing is basically which is getting energy. You can get energy through different ways. And this is one way when morning, if you are doing, when the sun is rising, just when the time the sun comes up, and depending on your location or city or where, sometime by the time you see the sun is up, right? But it should be early, the rising sun. When there is, that's why we say 30 degree or less. When it is little red or still has just come up, that is the time. And you increase, say example, if you start looking at it, say 5 seconds, then 10 seconds, then 15 seconds. So every day you can increase 5 seconds. So, but again, if you go through, there may be some good YouTube instructions or information available how to do. But certainly one thing, keep it in mind, do not look when it is more than 30 because then you can hurt your retina. And it is like intention is to have energy, not to, I'm not sure which specific eye condition you are referring to. But again, the time of the day and the duration that you are watching, those things, please be careful.
Okay. So approximately how many minutes does it take from sunrise to 30 degrees angle?
Sorry, for approximately how much?
How many minutes does it take to get from sun from a 0 degrees to 30 degrees angle?
See, it may depend location to location and whether you have a clear visibility or not, because sometimes if it is a high-rises building, by the time you see it may be too late. But if you're in a park, you have no obstruction. Generally, in my observation, I think, again, I'm now trying to think because I've never noticed or I never captured the time, but you're talking about 15 minutes or so.
Okay.
But depends, you know, what point you consider that it has come up, because you will see the light first. You may not see the sun directly. Again, depends where you are, but you will see the light.
Okay. And it is with closed eyes, not directly gazing at the sun.
No, gazing is with open eyes.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay, so thank you very much. Namaste.
So, yeah, Murali Mohan sir, can you unmute yourself, please?
Thank you very much, sir. Gaurav sir. You have given an excellent presentation today, and about your the journey. Your journey is excellent, and there's so much of experience you have had. And you told us one thing, sir, about nature's therapy. As a part of nature therapy, this sun gazing is okay. Just now you have explained. And second one is tree hugging, sir, so that we can get raise our hormone level and get the benefit out of it. Sir, what we do, sir, exactly? We have to hug it and close our eyes, and what shall we do exactly? Could you please tell me, sir?
All right. So tree hugging, yes, you can close your eyes or open that way. It is not generally when you close, you are saving energy, like more energy going in your body. But just hug the tree as if you are hugging your best friend, as if, you know, it is your healer. You know, you're hugging your healer. And just in your mind, be full of gratitude that the tree is giving you energy. The tree is sharing the energy with you. And this way you are thanking that, you know, you are gaining energy from the tree. And suppose if you are going to a park, you can go to the same tree, you can pick different trees, but yes, pick the tree which is healthy.
Excellent, sir. And that is taking energy from your tree and expressing gratitude to the tree and everything. This is the process. So another thing,
Correct.
sir, and I have got a problem in my ear. One of the other, both, and the doctors diagnosed with something like that. You know, some the continuous snarling sound is coming. It happens only when everything is silent, utter silence. What the morning times as we do meditation, it is on a higher level because normally it will be subsided. It went unnoticed only because of traffic sound and everything, and the fan sound, something like that. But when I do in the meditation, everything is utter calm and something like that, confined into a room, something like that. No, but nothing is hearable. So, but at that time, when everything is utter silence, lot of sound, because it is a disease, lot of sound is snarling sound is coming from my ear. So that is a little bit disturbing me a lot actually. It is the sound is something like the screeching sound from the sort of insects in the night time. Normally, the same sound, sir. It is.
Yes,
That's
Murli
also
Mohan.
told.
Yeah, just precise your question. Don't explain that much. You got it. So
Okay.
please ask your question.
How to avoid this one?
If
How
your
to avoid
question,
and how to come out of this concept sound, because that sound is continuous.
see, the only thing I can suggest without getting too much detail or asking your condition is affirmation and visualization. Does not matter what the condition is, visualize that you do not have that thing, means you have already overcome that. Then again, like you are trying to see you are doing something which you can only do when you do not have that situation, and feel that happiness, the gratitude, the divinity and all those elevated emotions. This way you are bringing your energies, your frequency to a much higher level. And with that affirmation, with visualization, you are channelizing your energy to overcome that situation.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you, Murli Mohan. Thank you. Gopi sir, please.
Hi, thank you. This is Gopi. Sir, I have a quick question. My daughter platelets are very low. I saw one of your, like you mentioned something briefly, right? So I just want to some guidance on that. Is the meditation is going to improve, or is it not?
See, for platelet or neutrophil that I was showing, what I do is I take neem, haldi, and that is empty stomach first thing in the morning. And once I take, I do not take anything for 1 hour. So that is something which really improves your immune system. So platelet is part of it. It's either neutrophil, platelet, and white blood cells. So I'm just sharing my screen again. So with the lukewarm water, you can take with this like a 1/3 of a spoon, whatever is comfortable. If it is a hot time, you can reduce the amount of turmeric, but neem, just take it with a sip of water, then take turmeric with a sip of water, a little bit of honey, lukewarm water, and you can just finish the remaining lukewarm water. And take it empty stomach early in the morning. Don't eat or drink anything for 45 minutes to an hour. That's all. And this
Got
way,
it, sir.
it really improves your immune system, which includes all those three: neutrophil, white blood cell, and platelet.
Appreciate it, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so yeah, master. Rupa ma'am, please.
Thank you very much for your information and everything. And I'm really glad that I started this journey and I'm joining all the sessions for the past few days. I have a question. So you mentioned like all those 6 stages of illnesses. So like the 6 levels of illness. So what if a person is at the 6th stage? Like what do they do? Like what should they be doing? Like start with the pranayama and meditation, and like how could they improve from that stage?
Okay. So if you already have something in your physical body, that means obviously it is, you cannot avoid it. You already have it. That means you have to fix it now. You have to reverse it. To do
Yes.
it still has to do the same thing. Only thing is it may take long time because it has come to that stage. You still do everything the same way. That means, in my opinion, do your bit of stretching, yoga, 5 minutes, do your breathing, pranayam, 5 minutes, and then do your meditation. And before meditation, after pranayam, just for a minute or so, remember your affirmation. So whatever the situation may be, imagine that you have come out of it and how you feel. So that feeling is important because that feeling will change the hormones in your body. Just by, you will gain the benefit, but it is the feeling which, so you reach the feeling stage and then stop thinking, just go for meditation, observing your breath.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
So if anyone wants to ask any questions, someone was asking where can I get a good quality neem? I think neem trees are all over in India. On the side paths, you can get wherever you can pick it up.
Yeah,
In
Ravli
Canada,
madam,
it's a problem. Should not be in India.
Not in the States, not in India. That's not a question to be asked.
yeah, Ravli madam, 1 minute. Actually, I posted whatever Gaurav Paliwal sir has given me 6 months or 7 months back, this particular ratio of the neem powder, holly, and honey, that I started doing that one from a long time, and I posted in the groups the same document that what the Gaurav sir has been given me long time back. So I posted, and you have that ratio that what you need to use in the morning, and also where you get it. So you can go to any of these Ayurvedic stores, and majority of the cities, they have an Ayurvedic store, and they have an organic neem that has been available. That's where I got my neem powder from, that organic store. So there are a lot of different Ayurvedic stores available in major cities. So please just Google for Ayurvedic stores and where you can get your organic or inorganic product of the neem. So just get it. Or you can go to Patanjali store and they have the neem powder. And every GNC, I don't know about the GNC, but Patanjali store definitely has, and a couple of other Ayurvedic stores. Okay, thank you. Yeah,
Thank you,
somebody
Ashok sir. Yeah,
posted that
Purnima,
it is available
Yeah.
online
Yeah.
through store too.
Yes.
Yeah, Masters, we have a few
Masters.
more minutes, and you can avail this time to ask any questions. Don't feel shy in asking the questions. Please come forward. This is your opportunity for you to ask questions to Gaurav sir. So let me ask a question before anybody raises the hand, because what's her name? Some Rupa ma'am or somebody asked a question when you are at the 6th level. So you just mentioned about the meditation that we need to do on a daily basis, and one thing is how long we need to do the meditation when the person is at the 6th level, and also what is that they need to look at in their daily life, because is the meditation is the only thing that they need to do and do all that stuff, or they need to really understand about certain things that they need to apply, and they need to look at it their level, their daily life, and whether it is like different things. So can you just explain a little bit more on that?
Okay, great, Shobji. So let me recap one thing, and I will add to that. So the timing of meditation is also related to the quality of meditation, because when you say you're a beginner, your level of meditation may improve over time. And that's what I meant by how can you increase the power of your meditation if you do, say, stretching, if you add bit of pranayama before that. So now, even if you do the same time, say 1 hour, 1 hour without anything, just meditation versus 1 hour with 5 minutes of stretching, 5 minutes of pranayama will increase that power, because you will get into meditation easily. Otherwise, out of 1 hour, you may take 15 minutes to reach meditative state. Now you will go much faster. That is one way. But another very important thing is your lifestyle. In the lifestyle, extremely important is Panchbhutas, connection to nature. If you can, weather permit, please walk on the grass, barefoot, go to the park, go wherever possible. If not, do yoga, meditation, like in summer or spring or fall, that time, if permit, I do it outside, because otherwise it's a cold country, it's not possible. But if you're in India, you can do it. Please do it in open, outside. You get fresh air, because biggest problem is we are always inside our building, same circulative air. We are not exposed to sunlight. Sunlight, vitamin D is a very big factor. For us, B12 is also a factor, huge. So you can get all that if you get exposed to the nature. So water, air, space, all those things. So that is another thing which is in our hand without doing anything. Cold water shower, without adding any extra work to your life, you can add it in your day-to-day lifestyle. There are other many things. Again, for me, I have stopped cow milk. So I take coconut milk. So that is one thing. I have stopped taking grain, which is gehu or atta, because of lactins. I know I didn't talk about it, but that's a very big topic in itself. That's why I didn't want to throw something and cannot talk about it. But diet is a very big part. Of course, I'm assuming you're going vegetarianism for good reason, not just, you know, from the animal perspective, but your own life perspective. So these are the things, but please keep one thing in mind. Your thoughts is the key. If possible, stop watching news. I have for many years. I don't watch news, right? Anything that you are speaking, be mindful of the words you are using. Don't use negative sentences. Be, like we say, live in the moment. If you're eating, focus on eating. Don't eat and watch TV or read something or listening to music. If you're listening to music, only listen to music. Anything of this combination should be the first step, what you may do if you're already in the 6th level.
Gaurav sir, the one thing which I did in my life from the last 1.5 years, once I came into this forgiveness and gratitude, is one of the big change, big transformation that has been brought into my life. And then these two things is the big impact. Okay, so and then the next comes to the judgment and the assumptions, because if you are going to, yeah, that's what we do all the time. We judge and we assume things for the future, whether we can predict that what is going to happen, but these things actually reduce a lot of stress in your body. So if you are going to be away from these two things, and then forgiveness is a huge relief for me, at least. I'm not going to talk about the other people, but this gratitude and forgiveness, because I never paid a conscious gratitude to my parents in my life from the last 52 years. But once I know it, and now I can pray consciously to my wife and to my kids and to my parents and everyone who I love, and I wanted to pay gratitude. So with consciousness, because earlier, yeah, when I go to a temple, I just wanted to just put my namaskar to God. That's it. It is not all it is not from consciousness. You know, just I went there, I want to do it. So now that has been changed a lot in my life. Okay, so I just wanted to add to that.
Absolutely, you're dead on, Shobji. And forgiveness also, generally, sometimes we forgive others, but we punish ourselves too much. So sometimes we think forgiving others is difficult. No, forgiving yourself sometimes is much more difficult than others. And just to add one more point, if, like, as the master asked, if you are already in stage 6, you know, naturopathy, the simplest thing, we talked about Kriya. So I just want to say, if simplest thing, you know, without going allopathy, because every drug you take, every medicine has side effect. One of the things which works wonderful, if you have nothing, stay healthy. But if you have something, the first thing you should try. 3 Kriyas. 1, Jalneti. 2nd, Kunjal. And 3rd, Anima. If you do these 3, majority of the issues will be gone. We talked about toxins. We accumulate toxins, but we don't release them. How do you release? Simple things. You're just taking lukewarm water and it is just running through your nose. Jalneti. Kunjal, you're just drinking and kind of spitting or vomiting it out early in the morning. And then Anima, you're cleaning your whole digestive tract, your colon, your small intestine. That is where all the problems are coming from, the whole digestive tract, especially the colon and the small intestine. You keep that clean, you will stay healthy. Or if you have a problem, get that thing clean first. Naturally, no medicine. So Anima, Jalneti, Kunjal. You in India, you go to any city, there are so many people, naturopath centers, who can help you with. You can do, you know, with some expert advice. And so easy to start. And then you will see your sinus, a flu, and this and that gone. Anything which is chronic illnesses, you will see they are going away, because all the toxins will be released from your body.
Yes,
Thank
you,
you, Gaurav
sir.
sir. So, Santosh ma'am, can you unmute yourself? Santosh ma'am.
Yes. Namaskar, Gaurav sir. Ma'am Santosh West from Chicago. Sir, I have been suffering from some autoimmune disorder, that is microscopic polyangiritis. Because of that, chronic kidney disorder, and I have been on dialysis since last 3 years. And I am under the guidance of GK sir since last December. So there is lots of improvement in my health. The urine volume, which was about to stop, it is now normal. Normal urine volume started. Mentally, I am feeling very good, very confident, and physically very energetic. I was unable to walk. Now I can walk about 3 to 4 kilometers and very energetic. So, sir, I want to ask, I have a question. Is honey and neem powder, turmeric will help me?
See, neem, haldi, turmeric, this is again for your immune system. So in your case, I'm not sure if you have an issue with the immune system, because then it will help you directly. But your issue is, as I understand, is a little different than the immune system. So if you have a good immune system, it helps everyone. Like it will, everybody needs a healthy level of immune system, put it this way. So from that perspective, yes, but directly will it help? I'm not sure, because the way I understand with the whatever you just mentioned, it doesn't seems to be the just immune system perspective. Yes, autoimmune system, that is with the brain and all. So I think you're already working with GK sir, so there is no need to comment on it. That's what I would suggest.
Okay. I will ask him also otherwise.
Because
Thank you.
it should not have any.
Yeah.
But all the things are quite good to have. I don't think there is any harm.
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Ashish sir, you can unmute yourself.
Yes, thank you very much. What a fantastic contributory session. I'll just ask a quick question. You mentioned about 108 sounds in Sanskrit. So my question is, there are various this thing, like there is Vishnu Sahasranam, and there are so many other shlokas. So will reading of those also have that impact?
Absolutely.
Okay.
These shlokas, each and every shloka is so scientific that we underestimate them, or rather we don't give any value to them, but they are very much scientific. Means every word has a, you can say, healing therapy or sound impact. That means the frequency, the energy. And that is how, when you are really like ucharan of mantra is actually giving you that energy. That is how the energy comes. It is not word has magic. The word has that combination of words which gives you that frequency. That's how the magic happens.
So pronouncing them correctly is what is very important.
Precisely.
Okay.
Precisely. Now, but don't be afraid that if you don't pronounce properly, will it be a, don't worry. At least, if it is not 100, if you reach 50 is better than 0.
Yeah, and I'm thinking there may be teachers in that field also who can teach us how to pronounce correctly. Just thinking aloud.
In today's online world, I'm sure you will get a lot of help.
Okay. Thank you so much. It was I'm kind of blown over, just silent by the session. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Ashish sir, you can even practice Omkar. If you wanted to start with Omkar, from low to high, and the Sadhguru teaches that Onkar, how to say that, and that is a beautiful thing. So you can start with that. I don't know whether you are practicing it or not, but early in the morning, when you woke up, actually we can do like 3 times or 5 times, whatever the times, that many times that you wanted to do the Onkar. That will actually enhance your vocal cords and all of that stuff. Even that will help on the thyroid.
Okay,
Absolutely.
Thank you, Ashok.
It will.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you.
It will.
So Masters, Gaurav sir, I just want to ask you an importance of fasting. If you can just put on few lines on that. How important is fasting, and how can we do, how many times in a week?
Fasting, you should do as fast as possible. Don't delay. So I know nowadays intermittent fasting term is very market.
It's become the
But,
fashion. Yeah.
It has, yes, but again, it has come from autophagy, because there has been, the Nobel Prize, and it's correct. But please, there is a time duration which is required for autophagy to work, which is not 16 hours, by the way. It is much more. 72, you are going to that area. So if you ask me, and with 30 seconds, I would say go back to the Indian roots. What we used to do, 3 days fasting we used to do.
Yes.
Twice a year. But nowadays 3 days is too much. People will say, come on, no way, I cannot do it. So if you can do 3 days, then it will be acting, it will be working. Now, just do twice a year. And people, whether Navratri, you can pick any, depending on where you live, because the festivals are such. If you say, I cannot do 3 days, twice a year is also too much, okay, whatever you can. If you think you can do 1 full day in a month, please do it, 24 hours. If you think I can do once a week, but not eating anything, I will have fruits or something, that's okay. At least you're reducing the load on your system. The problem is we eat too much. Too much. We overeat. Our body is spending energy, wasting energy rather, not spending, I should say, wasting energy in processing extra food. It's unbelievable. You eat everything, don't cut down, just cut down on the portion. Especially sweet. If you're eating fruits, it is also adding sweet. If you are eating carbs, you are adding sweet. Don't think sweet is only sugar. So the moment you do fasting, your body gets time to heal. At least 12 hours in a day. That means you say, okay, if I'm having dinner at 8 in the night, try not to eat until 8 in the morning again. If you cannot do even that, at least don't eat until you are hungry. We say, okay, it's 4 o'clock my tea time, 8 o'clock dinner time, or 10 o'clock breakfast time. No, if you're not hungry, don't eat. Listen to your body. Your body will tell you when to eat. Nothing will happen to you, trust me. You will not faint, nothing will happen. We eat too much. So whatever works, daily basis, weekly basis, monthly, twice a year, once a year. But yes, if you are doing 3 days, I must say, word of caution, please don't attempt on your own for 3 days fasting. There is a proper follow the schedule you will have to follow up. There is a proper procedure for it. You cannot just jump and say 3 days I eat nothing. You have to go gradually. And when you break such fast, the 3-day fast, you cannot just after 3 days eat fried samosas. No, you will hurt yourself big time. then you have to ramp down also. That means you have to come with juices, salads, and then come to the normal or fried food. You cannot just break with fried. So please, if you're going 3 days or 2 days, learn properly. But if you are doing just intermittent or any kind of regular fast in a day, like what we do once a week, have lunch, only one meal in a day, at least try that. Give your body a rest. You will see a tremendous difference in the energy. Tremendous.
Wonderful, Gaurav sir. Thank you so much. Yeah,
Okay.
Rajini ma'am, I
Gaurav,
think the last question we'll take. Yeah.
Gaurav, sir, just to add to that, it's for me from the last 1.5 months. I changed a little bit of my diet pattern because I started using a vegetable juice in the morning instead of having the breakfast. So I'm not doing my breakfast anymore. So I'm having a big lunch, and then dinner is my salad. So I changed that, and from 1.5 months, nobody can believe I lost my 9 pounds. 9 pounds in 1.5 months.
Without losing energy.
Yeah, without losing energy, and my energy has been doubled.
Exactly. We eat too much.
And my energy has been doubled, and I can able to work without having any issues, and I can play my shuttle badminton without having any energy loss, and so it's great energies. So I started doing that from the last 1.5 months.
Excellent. Excellent, Ashwin.
So Rajini ma'am, you can unmute yourself.
I just want to add, yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Okay, I just want to add what Sadhguru suggests and what I've been following during sadhana periods. So start the day with neem and turmeric balls, and then drink warm water with honey, lemon, and black pepper, crushed black pepper, and 2 meals a day. First meal is after 12 o'clock, and the meal should contain 40% raw, 60% cooked, and eat with your hands, not with spoon and fork, because when you eat it with your hands, there is a communication to the mind, and the right juices will be generated. And the second meal is after 6, and it should be very light, like fruit or salad, like Ashok sir said. That's the recommended diet. And every Ekadashi, every 2 weeks, 1 day fasting, and nature has already given us Ekadashi. The moon has given us Ekadashis, so it's easy to follow. That's yeah, that's keeping me very light and energetic. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Rajni ma'am. And Gopi sir,
Thank you,
yeah,
Rajni.
your last question for today, and Gopi sir, you can unmute yourself.
Yeah, sorry. So on the same note, sir, like I am doing, 2 times a month. That's like every 2 weeks, right? 36 hours fasting. But when I say fasting, I take maybe like a light 1 glass of either spinach or coriander, some juice, tulsi or some juice. And once a year I do 9 days again with the same way, like some juice or something, 9 days fasting. So is that recommended, or do you see any down or any recommendations? Appreciate it, sir. Thank you.
You are already in PhD course, sir. Why are you doubting?
I don't know. So we're trying here and there, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you.
No, absolutely. But please, masters, I'm just mentioning again to others. If you want to go 9 days or such thing, please start under some guidance. Don't jump because then it can, if you do it wrong, it can hurt you. So just be careful. And yes, like Gopi sir said, taking with some juice or something, whatever works for you. There is no right or wrong in this. The only right thing is just do it. Do something what you can do. Not doing is the only thing that you should avoid.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yep. Okay, and with that said, we are going to end the session. And Gaurav sir, anything else that you just wanted to give as a message at the end before we close the session?
The only thing I would like to say one more time is the soul plan or pre-birth planning, because that has really opened up my brain, and some find it amazing, sometimes conflicting, that if this is true, then what about this? So it may make you think a lot. As a topic, if you have time, please know more about it. It will help a lot, because sometimes when you are suffering, you think that why, all the negativity comes to your mind. If you understand that concept, whether you believe it or not is a separate issue. If you understand the concept, you will enjoy suffering. I'm doing it because you understand why, you understand the gain out of it. That is the, because otherwise suffering means, pain means loss. That's the first thing comes to your mind. Oh, I'm at a loss. I've done something wrong. You feel that, I must hide this. No one should know about it. All that will change. You will know why the soul has planned this, to overcome certain hurdle, to fill some gap, to gain something, because ultimately all of us are walking towards nirvana. That means you have to learn all the emotions. Like you go to the school, you learn all the subjects one at a time. So there is nothing to hide, no shame, no guilt. These are all our build-up issues. For soul, it's nothing. There is no good or bad. It has to learn everything. That's all I can request, masters. When you get time, lots of resources available, whichever way you come across, that will help you tremendously understanding how in a big picture all this works. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Gaurav sir. We have planned our second week more of soul planning, purpose of life and everything. Sir, could you, our second week of meditation is more of that concept. Thank you so much, sir. Sir, could you recommend any books to start with to understand on soul plans? Because we have recommended a few books of Robert Scott's. Is there any other books that you want to share? Yeah.
Soul Gift of Robert Shaw is perfect. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Ravali, you can conclude, Amma.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Gaurav sir. A lot of wisdom, and I'm always happy to listen to your recordings. And thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to each master. Asked wonderful questions, and a lot of knowledge exchange, energy of knowledge exchange has happened today. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Gaurav sir, once again. Thank you, everyone. See you all tomorrow again.
Thanks,
Have a wonderful day.
Yeah,
Keep a huge smile.
thank you very much, Gauraji. Thank you. Always, we love you, and you know that whole team loves you.
Thank you, Ashokji, for giving me this opportunity. So connecting with so many masters. So thank you and bye, everyone.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. And all masters, have a good night and have a good day. And we are all going to meet again the second week of the first day tomorrow with a beautiful session by our Pitamaha, which is Chandra Murali sir, who is going to start giving lectures.
We are starting with yoga, sir, the first 2 days.
Oh, okay. Okay. So yeah, we are going to have that starting again with the Parameshwaran sir is going to have the 2 days. And then we are going to come up with the Chandra Murali sir, who is going to talk about, as Rauli might have mentioned, about soul plan and purpose of life and all of that stuff in this week. And we are going to have a beautiful guest lecturer. He's going to come again on Sunday. So guest speaker. So just, yep, tune it and practice and apply to yourself and whatever you are learning. So that's all.